tout le monde, welcome back to my French corner. So today we're going to talk about YouTube, creating a YouTube channel, especially with the new year 2022. If you want to start your own YouTube channel, or even if you're like me and you're still a small YouTuber, I have some tips for you, because along the way I started my YouTube channel like 5 years ago, but I haven't posted much. Now I'm trying to actually post regularly 2 days a week, but I learned a lot of things, I made a lot of mistakes, and so today I'm sharing you 10 things I wish I knew before starting my YouTube channel, and hopefully it will help you out as well. So the first thing, when you create a YouTube channel, a lot of time one of the first things you're going to think about is your equipment, which makes sense because you need equipment to film a video, record it, edit it, and post it on YouTube. However, a lot of time we feel like we need to have good equipment to make better YouTube videos, for people to enjoy our videos better and then gain more subscribers. But it's not that true. So I'm going to tell you a bit about my story and my experience with it. So basically, honestly, what you need to do first is just make sure you have the simple basic equipment you can to record a video. So you need like something to film on, so it can be a phone, especially nowadays phones actually have like good quality, so you don't really have to have a camera. That's what I did when I first started. I don't remember which iPhone it was, but I was filming on my iPhone. Then I started filming on my Android, and then now I have a camera I'm filming on. You need maybe a tripod, so you can do like film videos without a tripod, but it's just going to be a headache, it's annoying. So I will recommend to buy a tripod. It can just be like something like $20. My first tripod, actually I bought it when I was in the US, so it was at Walmart, I believe. So you need a phone, you need a tripod, then you need something to edit your videos on. So it depends what you want to put as a budget. Don't put too much at the beginning, especially when it's just a hobby. It's not like you work. Don't put too much money in it, because I think it's better to wait until you start growing and that you start loving it. Then you can make yourself, more accountable, and then you can spend more money on your YouTube equipment. But first off, you can just use like a simple software like iMovie, for example, or all the free software you have on your phone. Then you also just need something to take pictures and edit pictures for your thumbnails. So to take pictures, you can use your phone once again, and then to edit your pictures, you have so many free apps on your phone to be able to edit pictures. You just need to add some text, maybe a few coloring, a few logos. And nowadays, which is nice, is on your phone usually you have a lot of free apps to do it. One of the ones that I used when I was a little bit more at the beginning, because now I use Photoshop, but I used to use Canva, which is free. I think it's still free nowadays. You cannot do everything. I think you have a free version and a paid version, but with the free version you can do all the simple things you need to start. So make a title, put some logos, whatever. That's really all you need to start a YouTube channel. So my story is, like I said, I started with the phone. I bought a tripod at Walmart for like 15 or 20 bucks, I feel like. I used to use iMovie, I believe, to edit at the beginning. And then I didn't post much. I was not consistent at all for almost 4 years probably. I mean, until now I haven't been really consistent. I've started to be more consistent 2-3 weeks ago, because I want to do better in 2022, and I'd really, put my my heart in my YouTube channel. But I used to really post once, sometimes twice a year. Sometimes I posted 10 videos in 6 months, but then I will not post any video for the rest of the year, So it was kind of not consistent at all. And I thought in my head, maybe if I buy an expensive camera, I will be more consistent, I will get more views, people will enjoy my videos better, and I will gain a lot of subscribers. And in my head, I felt like I put that excuse in my head, because I was like, oh no, it's not really consistency the problem, it's not really finding content, it's just my camera is not good enough. Which is not true, you guys. You don't need to buy an expensive camera to earn subscribers, and actually it's really not the first thing you need to do. So I bought this camera last year, I believe, and I thought it would change my YouTube channel, and it did not. Why? Because yes, I bought a new, nicer camera, but first off, I did not become more consistent when I bought it. I bought it last year, and then I did not really do any more videos. Like I did a few videos here and there, but I wasn't more consistent. So of course my YouTube channel didn't really, grow more with that camera, because the camera was not the problem. It was the fact that I'm not consistent and I'm not making always good content. And because I'm still learning, and that's fine. But I really thought in my head like an excuse, like, oh, I'm not growing because I'm filming on my Android, and if I buy like a nice camera, it will be nice and better and I will earn a lot of subscribers. Well, I'm telling you, it's not true. So number 2 is a bit more tricky. So when I started my YouTube channel, I made videos about the US and France, because I'm French but I lived in the US. So I wanted to talk about that. And of course it made sense. I was living in the US, I had a lot of content I could make about it. But I wasn't sure what I want to talk about exactly, or what language I wanted to speak, because I was like, oh, do I do videos in French for French people to tell them like how is the US compared to France? Or do I make videos in English talking about France compared to the US to like more Americans? So I started in French, talking about the US to French people. But then when I moved back to France, I was like, oh, that doesn't work. What am I going to talk about now? So I moved my channel to an English language channel. And then I started talking about the opposite and talking about, oh, what is like France compared to the US? And it was more targeted to Americans. And I enjoyed it because I just moved, I just had all that experience I wanted to talk about, and I talked about it with my family and friends, but once you talk to them about it like 2-3 times, they won't listen to you anymore. They're like, yeah, we understood, it's really cool, but move on. And so it was really fun to be able to share with people online that really enjoyed it and for a long time. But at the end of the day, I realized one day, even though I still enjoyed this topic, I don't want to talk about it all the time, because my life is not that anymore. It's been like 3 years I've been back to France. I don't want to talk about the US all the time. So of course I'm going to still make some videos about it here and there, because if I have opportunities, but it's not something I really want my channel to be about anymore, because I don't really have that connection with the US as much as I used to, because now I'm just living my life in France. So my point is, make sure you know what you're going to talk about for the long term, and all the different subjects that might interest you, because sometimes it will be hard to change from one subject to another. And I feel that's what I'm experiencing with my channel. Is I gained a lot of subscribers with one of few videos I did about the US compared to France, and now I want to make a channel more about self-improvement, stuff like that, because it's what is important to me right now. And I feel like a lot of people will kind of subscribe to my channel to see like American versus French content kind of are disappointed. It's not what they subscribe for, which I completely understand. So a lot of them either unsubscribe, or some of them just are ghosting the channel. I have a lot of subscribers that don't participate in my videos, don't like them, don't comment them, so I don't have that many views. Sometimes I have like 200 views for 6,000 followers. So all I want to say, just really think about what you're going to talk about on your YouTube channel. Think about the long term. If you're talking about a specific subject, try to think how long I'm going to talk about it for. Am I going to make 10 videos and be sick of it and don't want to talk about it anymore? Or am I going to do 10 videos but then the specific subject I'm talking about is no longer existing in my life? Just think about it, because sometimes it will make your channel pivot, and if the two subjects are completely different, you might lose a lot of followers. So yeah, there's something to think about. Number 3, so that's me. I'm kind of a dumbass for that, I'm not gonna lie, but be careful with how you're going to sign up to create your YouTube channel, because I did a few bad choices. I didn't choose the right email address, so I used my personal email address to create my YouTube channel, but now I have everything mixed up between the mails from school and mails from the work and mails from YouTube. I have everything mixed up in the same, Gmail account, which is really not fun. So now I'm separating them again, but it's really hard, because I feel like on YouTube I didn't find any way. So I feel like on YouTube you cannot change your email once you created your channel. So if you know a way, let me know in the comments, because that's really interesting to me. But I looked some YouTube videos and everything, and they said you cannot change your mail account like on your YouTube channel, so I didn't find any way to do it. So things like that, be really careful at the beginning to create a specific Gmail or whatever mail you're using for your YouTube channel. Number 4 is just start. And I know you heard about it a lot, but I think it's so important because I've experienced that. For a long time, especially now, you have a lot of YouTube channel about growing your YouTube channel. You know, you have like Think Media and other channels that are really good that kind of tell you how to start a channel, what tags to use, what kind of videos to make, what equipment you need, all the things you need to do to create a YouTube channel, to grow a YouTube channel, to grow a community and everything. So you have a lot of content on the subject, which is nice, but also which is really bad, because a lot of time what I did was watch like thousands and thousands of videos about how to grow a channel, how to, make it on YouTube, how to create thumbnails, but so many that I never started because I'm like, oh, I need to watch this more video. I don't know enough. I'm going to watch another video. And then you watch, 600,000 videos about how to start a YouTube channel. You know everything, but you're still trying to, gain some time and watch more videos and be like, one day I will be ready. Don't do that. I think what's important, yes, you need maybe to watch one video about what is a YouTube channel, how to upload a video, what are, how to use tags, how to choose the title, how to choose the description. Maybe you watch 1 or 2 videos about that just to understand how it works and the wordings you need to use, and that you need to use keywords, and that you need to answer some of the questions that are mostly asked on YouTube because it's like a search engine. You need to understand that, but you don't need to watch 500 videos on the subject to start. Then maybe watch 1 or 2 videos about how to create or edit a thumbnail. Because if you never really edited thumbnails, you might not know what software to use or what wording to put on there. So watch maybe a few videos about that. But the thing is, don't watch too many, don't spend time on that because you feel like you're productive because you're learning things, but actually you're just procrastinating and it's not good. So just start, watch 2-3 videos about how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow your YouTube channel, and maybe how to create a thumbnail, and then film and edit and post your own YouTube video. Number 5 is a bit more tricky for me because I'm still learning on this subject, but be careful with the choices you make for songs, especially on your videos, because a lot of things are copyrighted, and so it's really hard sometimes to find a way to put music or put sounds on your videos without being copyrighted. So honestly, there are only 2 choices. So either you kind of take songs that are without copyright, or you buy copyrighted songs and then you have the right to use them. So what I've been personally doing is go on the audio library on YouTube, and basically you have songs you can use for creators on YouTube and that don't have copyright. You just need to credit the author of the songs, and I think that's pretty much it. So I've been doing that. However, most of the time it's fine, but then sometimes 5 months later, one video will be copyrighted and you just have a claim. It's not a strike, so you won't you don't have buy points on your videos on YouTube channel, or it's not a strike, it's a claim. So basically what happened is that if you monetize, it will kind of take the monetization, the money you earn, and give it to the author and not yourself. And also sometimes I think the sound can get cut off. So try to be careful with that. If you have some extra money, just buy some songs. If you do not want to buy songs, then use, like I said, maybe audio library. But just make sure that you're aware of it and that you need to be careful, credit everyone you're using, and then sometimes you will just go around your channel and see some, claims. So what you can do is what I did on 2 of my videos, where it's sometimes it's just 1 minute where I put a song and it says, oh, now it gets copyrighted, and then you can either remove the song, change it for another song, or cut this part of the video basically. But it's important to just be aware of it and don't be too scared. It's a claim, it's not a strike. But yeah, be careful with the song choices. Number 6 is don't wait until your video is perfect. It's so important because I'm doing that sometime now, and I feel like it just takes away so much for your time and energy and just doesn't make any sense. So don't try to be perfect in your videos. Sometimes you film and then you're like, oh, that sucks, or the lighting is not that great, or my voice doesn't sound good in this video. I don't know, a lot of things that when you watch your own video you're like, That's not good and I cannot post that. I feel like sometimes we are too hard on ourselves, so it doesn't have to be perfect at all. You just need to be able to, you know, it looks nice enough to put on YouTube. Of course, if you do like a video in the dark or your voice, like we can't really hear it, maybe don't post that video. But if it's fine and it's just you that make it everything like, oh, it's not perfect, it's normal. I feel like especially at the beginning, you won't be perfect, your videos won't be perfect because we are learning and it's like a new thing. We don't always record ourselves making long videos, talking about different subjects. It's kind of hard, it's not easy to do. So don't be too hard on yourself. If it looks fine but not perfect, just post it anyway, because especially at the beginning, it's important to just post, be consistent, and you're just learning by doing videos. Like right now, I'm still learning doing videos because English is not my first language. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't sound good, like people can't really understand me or stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like I don't know really how to frame myself. So to prove my point that the content and consistency is more important than having a perfect, beautiful, nicely edited video, is one of my most popular, well, the most popular video on my YouTube channel, and all the ones that are actually most popular on my YouTube channel are ones actually filmed with my iPhone. So I filmed like with an iPhone, not with this camera. All the videos I did with this camera are not my top videos. So it's not the camera, the iPhone that made the video. It was the content and the fact that people enjoyed it. The editing is not that great. The thumbnails are okay. I feel like I did a good job. They're pretty simple, but they're nice. So yeah, I think it's just you need to have a good title, pretty good thumbnail, and then just a nice content. So for example, some of my most viewed videos are Culture Shock for a French Girl in America, The Don'ts of Visiting America, Why the French Love America, and then I have some more like travel videos like Lower Antelope Canyon, 5 things to know before going, the Nehru Zion National Park, 5 things to know before going. These videos blew up on my channel. My most viewed video is 258,000 views, and all of them are filmed on my iPhone. The lighting is not that great, the editing is not that great. A lot of things are not that great about this video, but still they are the most viewed on my channel just because the content and what I'm saying actually interests some people. Number 7, so this one is more well known, I feel like, but don't do like subs for subs or like comment for comment or stuff like that. I know you want to do it. I did it at the beginning, but honestly, the thing that there are 2 things why you should not do it. The first thing is for yourself. If you think about growing your YouTube channel, it doesn't work. Like, it really doesn't work. You lose so much time doing that. I used to do that, not like subs for subs, but I will comment on other people's channels so they come to mine, and sometimes I will like watch a lot of videos that say how to grow a YouTube channel, and then I'll post a comment under it like, oh, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, because people will like comment and try to sub to each other and stuff like that. So I used to do that, but the first thing is that you lose so much time. All the time you take to do comment for comment or like for like or sub for sub or whatever you're doing, it's actually time you could use to make a new video for your YouTube channel, and it will be a lot better than taking that time just to try to spam other videos to try to have people come to your channel. I feel like you lose so much time, it's not worth it. And the second thing is it's annoying for other YouTubers. Like, sometimes if it's just a nice comment, that's completely fine, but if you have like sub for sub and little comments like that, it's just annoying, and you're like, why do people come to my YouTube channel to post that? You might earn like 20 subscribers by doing that every single day for 2 months, but is it worth it to have just 20 subscribers? Especially because a lot of people that will do subs for sub, they are going to unsubscribe you. They are not going to comment your videos, or maybe once or twice, because they didn't sub for you because they like your content. They sub because you sub to their channel. So it's not really worth your time and energy, so don't do that. Number 8 is try to prepare and write a script for all your videos. I'm not saying like a full script, but I feel like it's really important to have a bunch of little points you're going to talk about in a video. What I used to do, because I felt like annoyed about like thinking about what I'm going to talk about. Today's video, for example, I could have just said like, oh, I'm going to talk about some of the things I learned along the way, and then just go in front of the camera and try to talk, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. So it's better in advance, you find your title, kind of the thumbnail you're going to make, and all the points, all the things you're going to talk about in the video. It doesn't have to be expensive, you can just do one little dot and say, okay, I'm first going to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to talk about this. But it's really important for you because it's going to structure your mind, structure your videos, and you will not be as lost and kind of scared of filming a video if you already know what you're talking about. So I think it's really important to take time to make like a nice script, a nice few bullet points of what you're going to talk about in a video. It's also nice to have a few points about your introduction, for example, or maybe if you want to add some b-roll, kind of what b-roll you need for this video, how you're going to shoot it and stuff like that. You just, you know, create a to-do list for each video so you know what you're going to do. You cannot check what you have to do, what you need to do, what you already done, and it's just easier for you. Number 9 is stop focusing so much on your design. It won't change so much about your YouTube channel. So I used to, especially at the first year of YouTube, I spent so much time, for example, with my YouTube channel art, like the little banner. Actually, I think I did like 10, 20 different ones in 1 year, which doesn't make any sense because it takes a lot of time. They weren't very good either, and I was just taking so much time to do them, and it doesn't change anything really to your YouTube channel. Like, yes, people sometimes will look at your banner and maybe they will search for a few information, but it's really like a small thing compared to everything else that is way more important, and then you're kind of pushing away to do that. Like, stop spending hours and hours and hours trying to find the perfect type of thumbnail we want to do, or try to do the perfect YouTube channel banner or the perfect YouTube intro, because even if it's like a nice touch you can add to your YouTube channel to make it even better, even nicer, it's not one of the main things you need to do. So if you're at the beginning trying to grow your YouTube channel, trying to start your YouTube channel, it's not the most important at all. Number 10 is so important. I kind of messed up with that one. Is if one of your videos kind of blow up, make sure you make other videos around the same subject pretty soon after. Because once one of your videos blow up, a lot of your other videos, especially the one you just posted before and the one you're just going to post after, are going to be pushed by the algorithm of YouTube. I saw that because one of my videos blew up. Honestly, now it has like 258,000 views. So it blew up, and all my little videos after that kind of blew up a little more than usual, just because the YouTube algorithm were pushing them. But because at that time I wasn't consistent at all, I feel like I lost a lot of opportunities, because I felt like if I did a lot more videos, more consistent on the same kind of subject that the video that blew up, I feel like I could have gained more subscribers because people were coming back to my channel trying to find other videos like that. And I had a few ones which kind of not blew up but kind of grew a lot of more views than usual, but then I stopped posting. I wasn't consistent and all my views went down, and then when I started posting again I really wasn't at the same level. So I think it's really important, especially when you have one video that blows up, to try to understand why this one blew up, if it's the subject, the way you talked about something, and then try to make similar videos pretty soon after to try to keep people engaged, try to keep people coming back to your channel, and try to stay on the kind of the wave of the YouTube algorithm, and so YouTube can continue to push you in your videos if they still can get a lot of views. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of all the little tips I learned along the way of my YouTube channel, and hope it will help you out a little bit. So if you want to make a channel in 2022, make sure you're going to apply all these tips, and also make sure to start now and you will get better along the way. So good luck, and I'll see you in another video. Salut!